45. We're about back on it. It's only going to be women's doubles first. 30 seconds.
Oh my.
Major League Pickleball Season 2 is making its second stop here in Dallas, Texas. And the SoCal Hard Eights, the defending champs of Atlanta, taking on the ATX Pickleballers, who are 1-1, playing for everything here tonight against the defending champs, who are a perfect 2-0. As we get you set for the action, Michelle McMahon alongside female pro Cameron Blackwood. And here's how the numbers shake out, Cameron. A 58% win probability in favor of the Hard Eights, as one might expect for the defending champs. Eva Radzikowska and her partner Jana Newell going at it against Millie Rain and her partner as well, Tamarin Emmerich, the least known entity in these four in terms of what we've seen on the tour. So let's begin with Jana Newell. A good look at her. And Eva Radzikowska, the SoCal Hard Eights, they won it all in Atlanta. What is it about these two, Cameron, that make them such a strong partnership?
I think they're so confident just with who they are in themselves, and then you put those two together, and it's dynamite. They know each other's roles. We've talked about that a lot. Do you know each other's roles right off the bat? Who's going to take which ball? What you're comfortable with, and I just think there's so much leadership from Eva Radzikowska, and as well as Jana Newell too. But I just think you want her on your team. She is just a leader. You can stay calm with her. You can figure out the points as they go. And someone like Jana Newell has been incredible this year. Yes, in Major League Pickleball, but just on the PPE Tour in general, medaling in singles, getting into those finals in women's doubles. I mean, she's just really become such a complete player to this Hard Eights team.
Now we look on over to the ATX Pickleballer side. Tamarin Emmerich, based out of Bradenton, Florida, where her partner Millie Rain, also based out of Southeast Florida. What do we know about Emmerich's game and how she complements Millie Rain?
Yeah, I think they're gonna gel really well here. Pick out their spots. They're both great dinkers. They can both stay in a point, can scramble really good. I just want to see, there's so much experience on the other side and a lot of confidence. If they can't step up to the plate, let's not go for too much right off the bat. Let's get a feel for it, start picking out your patterns, and start capitalizing on those. A little chilly. But yeah, I'm excited to see how they're going to play out. And Millie said before this, talking to her, they're so excited to be here in Texas, get some home crowd advantage here. But they're really looking to compete, looking to get out of group stage play and make a name for themselves.
Also an intriguing storyline here. It's husband against wife. Jana Newell and Ben Newell have the same last name, obviously. They're married, and so we'll see how the mixed doubles matchups shake out.
Take it to him, Jana. Take it to him.
Jana, of course, playing for the Hard Eights. Her husband, Ben, on the side of the Pickleballers. Certainly they know each other's games well, so that'll be interesting how much strategy they leverage on their side. First serve underway, Emmerich over to Newell. Emmerich goes down swinging, set up by Millie Rain.
Millie has a lot of power that you wouldn't really think, smaller build, but it's not only does she swing hard and she can place it well, her timing is impeccable. Played against her, trained against her a lot, and she can really just pick out her moments by the timing of it, and it really pops off that paddle, and it's tough to get back. So look for her to really capitalize, especially with her forehand side, and take control of the middle.
Fault was called on the side of the Hard Eights.
think they said it was a paddle tap. I think she reached in and it, as you can see right here, yep, there you go.
Tapped in the kitchen.
Tapped in the kitchen.
Tapped in the wrong place. A lot of offense right now on the side of the ATX Pickleballers. ATX beat the Seattle Pioneers earlier this morning, lost to the California BLQK Bears. What a finish for Emmerich on that right side, matching up straight up on Radzikowska.
And something that she does really well, she keeps her momentum forward. You rarely see her, yes, she'll retreat backwards a little bit, but then she really gains that momentum back, finishes at the kitchen line, swinging all the way through the ball, and it's a really great look from her.
So the Bears are 1-1 on the day, as well as ATX Pickleballers. Just for context here, ATX has to win this match to have a chance at the knockout rounds. The Black Bears are still alive in it as well. The Hard Eights are a tall order. Ooh. Ooh, the lob by Rain pulls Yana Newell off the kitchen.
And a great block by her early on in that, almost looking for a dome shot, and she put the paddle up and got it past her. But we saw in Atlanta, there are some holes in the side of the Hard Eights with Yana and Eva, and you can kind of, it's if they're going to capitalize on them. Right now they're playing solid. We may not see any today, but you can get some points and you can stay in a match against them.
Yana Newell blasts one cross court. Her game has reached new levels in the last 6 months since she's committed to pickleball full-time, as many of these pros have full-time jobs now. Oh, ATP just barely denied for Millie Rain.
And she had it. She waited just long enough, but as you can see, it just hit on the bottom side of the paddle versus the top for it to bend right back in.
Into the net for Radzikowska. And the Pickleballers protecting a 4-point lead.
As you can see there, when they finished that point, you had ATX finishing right up on the kitchen line. You had the Hard Eights about a foot off the line, which is fine. But again, you just see what an advantage it is to stay up at the kitchen line.
4-7.
Radzikowska goes middle on Millie Rain.
Saw that pull from up here. It looked like just the right height, and there was enough space in the middle. So, and what I liked is she didn't pull it at 100%. She pulled it at about 60%. Sometimes those off speed. That was a great move there by Radzikowska.
Radzikowska and Newell lost together to the Seattle Pioneers earlier today. Just a game, despite the team winning the match. Looking to build from that. Just back for Newell. What a finish for Millie Rain, owning the kitchen.
And it's a great spot. I mean, they're looking to play fast, looking to get involved in a lot of firefights right here, and they're just ATX picking out their spots and finishing with the momentum heading into the kitchen, and they're playing really well right now. I say that. Come on, Millie.
7-9.
trigger on the backhand down the middle.
Yeah, it's a great pull from her, keeping her momentum. If you see right here, she's finishing so far up at the kitchen and just pushing the hard eights back onto their heels.
Millie Rain goes big again, jams up Yana Newell, and the end change goes in favor of the Austin Pickleballers. Emmerich and Rain pulling ahead and pulling away 11-7. What's jumping out to you so far, Cameron?
They're executing, the hard eights are reacting. It's very clear who's in charge in this matchup right now. They're picking their spots, they're staying up the kitchen, their feet are underneath them. Whether it's a dink or a speed up, they are in control. On the flip side, the hard eights, if you watch their footwork, it's kind of all over the place. I'm missing a dink here, or I'm off balance here, or getting pushed back. So it's just two very clear distinctions of who's in charge and who's reacting here. So what I would like to see on the side of the hard eights is for them to take advantage of the kitchen, get up, start putting some more pressure on the dinks. Yana Newell has a great forehand roll dink that can create a lot of problems. I haven't even seen her utilize it. So let's go ahead and see if she can't create some problems over to the side of Emmerich, see if they can't create some pop-up, because like you said, she's the most quote-unquote unexperienced on the court right now. Let's pressure her a little bit.
Millie Rain looks to continue the run. Just wide for Radzikowska. And a big lead for the Pickleballers, up by 5. Pretty shocking scoreline here with the SoCal hard eights being so tough to take down to this point, especially their women's doubles team. What a play from Emmerich. Where would you be targeting if you're Radzikowska and Newell right now?
We got to test the dinks of the ATX Pickleballers. We have not done that. When they get in a little bit of trouble, they're pulling the trigger. They're trying to speed up. It's clearly not working because they're not in control of the kitchen line. So let's go ahead and create some dinks. Let's see if Radzikowska can't fluster her a little bit with some down the line dinks. See if she can't get a pop up here or there. But I'd like to bring them in. Let's slow this down. Let's elongate the points a little bit more. Then if you get an opening, go for it. But I think right now they're too eager to pull the trigger, and they're getting caught on defense most of the time because ATX is playing well. I mean, credit to them.
Millie Rain takes over once again. She has been an enforcer.
And a lot of it's their change of pace too. As you see right there, she hit a speed up about 60%. Right now in pickleball, because everyone's getting so good and everyone has all the shots, the change of pace is crucial. Now you're not just hitting a speed up to hit it, you're hitting it at 60% with this much spin, with this much angle on it to win a point, because that's how good people's hands are now and the paddle technology.
Timeout called for the hard eights. There's a good look at our friend of the booth, Adam Stone, one of our fellow commentators here with Major League Pickleball, also the general manager of the hard eights. The hard eights were at the forefront of that kind of decision making with bringing on these kind of support roles, and now that's kind of been the trend for every team. Rick Chan, Kevin Wang, Jerry Ng, and Tim Parks, the ownership group of the hard eights, and a well-constructed team here. Picked up Yana Newell in the second round. Into the net for Newell, and Austin pulls ahead at their biggest lead so far of the game, 16-7. Yana Newell buries it.
Yeah, not that much pop off of the drive there from Emmerich. A good idea. I mean, she's had a lot of success, but if it's right up in that strike zone, you're going to be seeing it go past you even faster.
What do we think Adam Stone was discussing in that huddle with the hard eights?
Well, I think we're seeing it right now just off of these few points here is pressuring the dink of Emmerich. And now they're starting to slow it down a little bit. I even saw Newell try to hit her drop down the line to Emmerich. I think just let's elongate these points a little bit more, then pick our moment. Stone's a smart guy. He's been around the game. I mean, he's not flustered right now. And I think if anyone is going to talk to you on those timeouts when you're down, you want someone like Adam Stone. Very even-keeled, calm. He's not going to be too emotional, very strategic, and get you back out there in a good mindset.
Emmerich steps in on the backhand, looking to poach that one from Millie Rain. A lot of work to do for the Hard Eights. Newell poaches, and a good pinch from her. University of Missouri, Kansas City tennis player, Yana Newell. Radzikowska started the pressure on her side.
And great hands for Rain to stay in that one, just not enough. But as you can see, even over on the side right now, Adam Stone coaching up the guys already for theirs too. So just wanting to make sure that they're setting them up for the most success. And if they can't get this win here, end the day 3-0.
Maybe we'll have our first dream breaker of the day here.
Maybe.
In this match. Good little run here for the Hard Eights, trailing by 5. Eva Radzikowska.
And they're so good with staying in the point. Yes, they might be down, but they believe in themselves individually and as a team and as a whole unit of the Hard Eights. They've been there, done that, they've won it. The interview before with Todd Fote and Eva, they said, we drafted this team to win all 3. We didn't draft the team to win 1, so we're not done. We want to win this one. Guess what? We also want to win the next one too. So there's a lot of confidence running on their side right now. So even if they don't get this one win, which we saw earlier in the day, look for the Hard Eights to pick it up, take the next.
Crucial sign out for the Hard Eights. Radzikowska, a 2-time MVP in Major League Pickleball. 3 titles for her. Lob from Millie Rain.
As we say, she trains down there in South Florida with J-Dub and Georgia Johnson and Anna Bright. And as you can see from J.W. Johnson throwing up some lobs at the kitchen, she's, hey, you're not the only one that can do it. So can I.
Defense from the Hard Eights. Millie Rain was unrelenting with her offense, topped off by Emmerich.
Wow, that was incredible. I mean, credit to the Hard Eights for staying in it for that long. It almost looked like you knew ATX was going to come on top of that one, but man, great hands by all 4 ladies.
Game point for the Pickleballers. Ooh, Emmerich had it on her paddle, missed it, top of the tape. Newell and Radzikowska still alive. Oh, Rain almost got a hold of it. Yana Newell picks up the offense.
That's a shot now a lot of women are starting to use right now, is the one-handed backhand flick. Used to not see us use it at all, and now we're starting to really work it into our arsenal, seeing the benefits of how we can set up those shots.
Ooh, inside out on the roll was the attempt of Millie Rain. The Hard Eights are making a run for it here late in game 1 of the match. This rally scoring, you must win on your serve, so the Pickleballers have to get the ball back to close it out. Radzikowska gets another, pulls within 3.
Yeah, and they're really targeting Rain here. When out of the timeout, when I was, after Adam Stone spoke to him, it really looked like he said, hey, go to Emmerich, see if you can't pressure on the dink. But man, any speed up, they're going right at Rain, which she has a great hand. So I'd love to know the strategy as to why they're wanting to target her so much.
The score was at 1 point, 20-15. Big run for the Hard Eights. Time now for our knockaround KO of the match. It was the hands battle from just a moment ago. That's one of the reasons we love women's doubles so much. Have another look at this great point. It's the KO of the game. Women's doubles at its finest.
All 4 ladies keeping so much balance, paddle out in front of them, short, compact swings, especially when you're on the defense. And it's real hard working your way in transition, and ATX comes out on top. Incredible pickleball by all ladies.
Such a close call for the Hard Eights, and game point returns to the Austin Pickleballers. Good run, though, for the Hard Eights.
It is, and I would say Emmerich has probably one of the hardest two-handed backhands right now in the women's game. There is so much pop coming off her paddle.
That's a big play for Radzikowska. Simple block just at the feet of Millie Rain. Gets the ball back and the point. It's a 1-point game.
19-20.
The defense wasn't enough for the Hard Eights to tie it up, so another try for the Austin Pickleballers to close it out here. 2019, game point number 3.
2019.
Millie Rain goes for it, a gutsy play down the line on Radzikowska. And the Pickleballers take a 1-0 series lead.
That was an incredible play there by the ATX Pickleballers, and credit to both Millie and Emmerich there. They were just playing incredible pickleball, very confident, staying at the kitchen line. You never really saw them off balance, whether they were hitting their drops, whether they were dinking, working their way through transition zone, and that's a strong team they just beat. So that should give the ATX Pickleballers a lot of confidence heading into to men's doubles. And on the flip side, Hard Eights are, hey, it's no big deal. We already lost 1-0. First one came back 1-3-1, so excited to see men's doubles coming up after this.
Yeah, we've got men's doubles coming up next, and we will step aside as well, take a quick timeout, get you back out to see if the Hard Eights can tie it up here with a men's doubles win.
Innovation is our specialty. Winning is his. Zane Navratil has won more than 40 Pro Gold medals and back-to-back Major League Pickleball titles. One of pickleball's most iconic and decorated athletes teamed up with our world-class engineers with one goal in mind: build a paddle that can dominate. The Zane Navratil Signature Paddle, designed for champions by champions. Available now. ProXR Pickleball. Innovation you can handle.
What's your DUPR?
Back in Dallas here as Major League Pickleball Season 2 continues at event number 2 on the year. Michelle McMahon and Cameron Blackwood on the call with you. We move on to men's doubles. It is Ben Newell and Daniel De La Rosa taking on Todd Fote and the MVP from Atlanta, CJ Klinger, the lefty. The youngster. That's a good look at Ben Newell. We saw his wife, Yana Newell, in game number 1. And now we have a look at the husband side of things on the ATX Pickleballers. He's a lefty, 34 years old, based out of the Midwest. And there you have CJ Klinger. He's 17 years old. He was the defending champ and the MVP from Atlanta. As I mentioned, Ben Newell will start off the serve to Klinger. All 4 hands in the middle in this one. Something to note.
And a lot of pace from Mr. De La Rosa. He comes, as we know, one of the best in the world at racquetball. And he can read that ball so quick, and especially with the paddle that he has, how thin it is. Watch out.
He's one of the best in show in racquetball, the #1 player in the world, in fact. Has won several titles there. Was introduced to pickleball 5 years ago, De La Rosa, serving now. La Rosa goes for it. His wife is also a competitive racquetball player with 2 kids who are sure to be excellent pickleball players.
Yeah, and a lot of we see there in Megan Fudge's kids too. They're playing so much. Simone Regime has kids. I mean, it is just, that's why we love the sport. Anyone can play it. I will say on the side of the ATX Pickleballers, the footwork you're gonna see is absolutely incredible. Both so quick on their toes, almost looks like they're out of position. No, they can get in position no matter where the ball is. They're so quick there and making sure that their paddle's in the right position to execute the shot.
CJ Klinger comes up big on his side and a big lead early for the Hard Eights in game 2.
Great step in there by CJ Klinger. As you saw, he had to go into the kitchen, retrieve the ball, and establish both feet outside of the kitchen line to execute that winning shot there. So great job by him of his awareness up there with his feet at the kitchen.
Fote goes big on the backhand flick, reaches in, extends it, jams up Newell.
That was a great read because as you saw Ben Newell coming over to maybe try and hit a Ernie there, not really sure, but was out of position. So it was a great shot there by Fote to keep him off balance as he was trying to work his way back into the court.
Fote and Klinger are 1-1 on the day. They dropped one earlier today to the California Black Bears. Ooh, love that choice from Todd Fote. Held it on that two-handed backhand, rips it down the line.
And he did just that, like you said. He held it just long enough for that split movement of Newell to go right behind him. Kept it compact, hit about a 60% shot. Great job there by Todd Fote.
And CJ Klinger heating up at the perfect moment. A 9-1 lead for the Hard Eights.
And a great start after that tough loss there by the women's team. So to come out, and like to know what Adam Stone was telling them throughout that women's match, for them to come out with such a strong start here.
CJ Klinger, he's such a competitor. You know, he's one player that wants to be in the big moments. He came up big for the Hard Eights in the Dream Breaker in Atlanta. All the pressure on his side against Seattle in the finals.
And he's a player where you're not going to see a lot of emotion. He's going to stay pretty even keel, almost like a J.W. Johnson there, making sure that his emotions don't get a hold of his game, quote unquote, that I say. I mean, he just stays just solid. Singles, doubles, mix, doesn't matter.
Wide open middle for Todd Fote, just missed it. Down the middle finish for CJ Klinger. An 11-3 lead and an end change will do for the Hard Eights. An explosive start for them.
Set himself up right there with an aggressive backhand roll dink. It got to pop up and finished right there. So setting himself up, having his partner set him up, doesn't really matter. They're rolling, gelling, confident. Not really needing to discuss anything, that's for sure.
Anything can happen. We already know. Just out of curiosity, folks, who's in the stands here cheering for the Hard Eights? Can we make some noise for the Hard Eights? What about the ATX Pickleballers? Anyone in here for the Hard Eights? There we go, folks. We got some good noise. This is our last.
Currently 63 degrees here in Dallas. Temps are dropping as the sun goes down. Court is fully shaded.
11-3.
Beautifully set up championship court. Never seen pickleball as well established here in this kind of venue built for the sport. Unbelievable from Brookhaven Country Club. What a finish there for Ben Newell, fellow lefty on the other side.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to have to do. They are going to have to create their own power right now. There's just so much coming from the other side of the Hard Eights that they really need to take control of this match here and try and work their way into the kitchen. It's just, it's popping up. They're not able to get to the kitchen line right now is the issue.
Newell tries to go line on Todd Fote. Long for De La Rosa.
Sometimes it's hard to, like you said, going line on there because you want to hit it back. Well, majority of the time it comes back to the same spot, and that's your backhand side. So unless he's sliding right away to his forehand, that's going to be Fote's point all day.
A lot of pressure right now from the Hard Eights, pulling the Austin Pickleballers out of their game. And a timeout called at the break.
And I almost see roles reversed here from women's to men's doubles right now. It's the Hard Eights right now aren't doing anything special. They're making dinks, making balls, making their transition shots. Sorry, Ashley said it's cold. And really just playing within themselves. On the other side, you just almost see the frustration in the play, not being able to get to the kitchen line. We can't make a simple dink like it was. We can't put the put away ball. So I think right now just settling back in, look, we're up 1-0. We're in this. This is not, we would like to win this, but it's not a must win right now. It'll be tied 1-1. Maybe that'll loosen them up a little bit and see if they can't start playing a little better.
De La Rosa gets it back and gets himself to the kitchen. Something they were struggling with earlier. De La Rosa once again counters. Really fast hands on his side.
He's one of my favorites to watch. There's just so much power and confidence coming from him. And he always just puts his body in a cool way too when he finishes it. I mean, he's just fun to watch.
Originally from Mexico, De La Rosa. That was an ATP attempt from the other side, but just wide was the call. So the Pickleballers trying to make a run. CJ Klinger had it lined up, moved out of the way, packed his forehand on the slide.
And it was a great job. He already knew. He knew I'm going to slide. He's going to hit it wide. He's one of the smartest players out there in order to read 2 shots ahead.
How much of that is instinct versus just knowing the game so well?
I think both. I think his parents have done a great job of having him just study the game as well. So yeah, you can play and you can drill, but if you're not really studying the ins and out of the ball and how it's evolved in this play and how it's being quicker and how the paddles have evolved, I just think his overall preparation from such a young age has made him the player he is, and don't look at him to stop anytime soon.
He's played a lot of sports in his youth. Well-rounded athlete, still growing too. Scary thought. Nice roll from Ben Newell, right at the toes of Todd Fote.
And I like that he took it out of the air. Right now, I think you just need to put a lot of pressure. You can do that by taking balls out of the air, not waiting on the bounce, hitting it off your back foot. Stay on your toes just like that, like De La Rosa.
Todd Fote, wow, with an insane finish. Just deflected it. How'd he do it?
That as Ben Newell just did, paddle tap. That was just incredible pickleball. Everyone did what they were supposed to do. Their rolls were perfect. They stayed up at the kitchen. They hit their counters. Everything was compact. It was right in front of them. Credit to the hard 8s on that one.
Oh, gets him that time. Ben Newell gave Fote no choice. Right to the belly.
10-18.
Patient choice from Todd Fote.
And that is where they have found some errors. If you're going to find any errors right now, it has been the backhand side of the dink at the kitchen for De La Rosa. So credit to hard 8s for noticing it, not putting too much focus on it, but pinpointing it out when it's necessary.
And a nice roll once more to the backhand side of De La Rosa. Game point for the hard 8s to even things out, 1 game apiece. CJ Klinger wanted that one. Point to the Austin Pickleballers, trailing by 9, trying to climb back in. De La Rosa will take back the serve.
11-20.
Went to speed it up. Right choice for De La Rosa there?
Yeah, I think he's just trying to create too much right now, and I get it. They're down quite a bit, so they're trying to find anything that'll work. The thing with De La Rosa, he wants to get in those hands battles, so to him it is a good play. He just has to execute.
Game point number 2 for the hard 8s, and they close it out into CJ Klinger and Todd Fote take this one 21-11. It was a dominant performance since the beginning. And the Hard Eights evening out one game apiece. CJ Klinger, Todd Fote. What was the best part on their side?
I think just the confidence they know they can win, number one. I think that they're taking the confidence from Atlanta. Everything's been working well. They're coming in here. They've been playing great all day long, and I think they knew they needed to put a point back on the board. You don't want to get down 2-0, especially in MLP format with the rally scoring. So for them to get back in here and get a point on the board, 1-1 heading into mixed, I think that's a great job.
On to mixed we go after the break. We'll step aside for just a moment. And Todd Fote and Jana Newell take the stage next.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball.
At The Botanist, we always look further, seeing potential where others may not. We sustainably hand-forage 22 Isla botanicals to make a beautifully balanced gin, capturing the essence of our Scottish island home. Consciously crafted by our community to be enjoyed by yours. Look further.
Match point. It's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville! You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Michelle McMahon and Cameron Blackwood with you here in Dallas. Major League Pickleball Season 2 rolls on from its second event of the season. That's Todd Fote playing with his partner Jana Newell. And we were hoping for the battle of the spouses, Ben and Jana Newell playing against each other in this one. However, that is not how this one is playing out. The Hard Eights put their hand out first with Newell and Fote, to which the ATX Pickleballers countered with Emmerich and De La Rosa. We are split one game apiece, and the Pickleballers have to win. They're in a must-win situation. They're 1-1 right now on the group play stage. This is the final match of group play for them. Hard Eights perfect 2-0, a lock for the knockout rounds. And Emmerich will serve first to Newell. Key point for the Pickleballers.
And a good long point, really seeing what, the pattern they really wanting to go ahead and pressure Emmerich a little bit. I would like to see them, again, pressure De La Rosa's backhand. I think they found a lot of success with that in men's doubles, especially from Fote. He really ran around that forehand and pressured that roll dink. But again, we'll see how this one plays out, but I think that's something to take note of if they start to get in a hole a little bit.
2-1.
Emmerich showing her tennis prowess. The former tennis pro rips one down the line.
And I don't think you guys realize how hard that is to get back, as you can see, when it nicks off the tape and ricochets into your face. The fact that she got that one back and then stood tall and won the point, incredible work by her.
Todd Fote gets big on his side, buries it on De La Rosa.
It was one of those, oh, it's going out. Ooh, is it? Is it?
The wind is starting to pick up, as well as the cooler temps. And Emmerich again, right on the line against Todd Fote. How is she winning that battle head to head?
She's just staying very compact. She's not, yes, going for a lot, but again, with those compact strokes, she's able to get reset very quickly. So whether it's coming to her forehand or backhand, because she hits that reset so quickly, she's able to counter very well. And so, again, I think right now they should be targeting De La Rosa over Emmerich. I think that you would find a little bit more errors right now because of how, well, I say that, how solid she is playing, and except for that point. But yeah, I would like to see him switched up a little bit more.
4-4.
Newell strikes off the tape. It lands in. Not much you can do about that for the Pickleballers. A miss for Todd Fote. Another point for the Pickleballers, who tie it up at 5. Ooh, tough ball to miss for De La Rosa.
Newell got lucky there. And I don't mind that she's hitting with so much pace cross court at the dink, but she has had some loft up, and that's where she's getting in trouble, especially when you have someone like De La Rosa with such a big backhand in the middle. So I would like to see her continue to hit those nice slice rolls, but look to go behind De La Rosa. Mix it up just a little bit with the dink, pressure him a little bit more.
6-all. Jan Newell on the return of Emmerich's serve. Oh, what defense from Emmerich, almost got a hold of it. What a play from Newell, though, setting up her partner, Todd Fote, for the finish. De La Rosa goes long. Hard Eights, a perfect 2-0 in their mixed doubles matchups with both of their mixed doubles teams. They have not lost yet today. Todd Fote lets it fly, and a good call from Newell.
And that just gives you so much confidence moving in. Like we said, every point matters, but it's really about the chemistry and the communication you're having with your partner throughout Thursday. You want to make sure that you continue into Friday, and hopefully you make your way into Saturday, which they were able to do in Atlanta. But I just think it's crucial that, yeah, they may not be gelling in women's or men's consistently yet, but the fact that you have your mixed rolling is a huge plus, because you can always rely on that. You can go down 0-2, but if your mixed is off, you've just lost.
I think their owner, Tim Parks, promised on a podcast that they would not even drop a game
in mixed?
In Dallas. No, just in general.
In general. Team. Okay.
I think. They have not held up on that promise. Update. Still rock solid, though. The team to beat for sure. Todd Fote finds it on the back door of De La Rosa.
And I like what the Hard Eights are doing. You have Newell coming in, pressuring Emmerich with a tough cross court, and De La Rosa goes over to cover just a little bit to try and help out, and that's where he's opening up that backside for Fote to capitalize on.
Wide for De La Rosa, and the Hard Eights get to 11 first. We'll change ends. 11-8. Yeah, the Pickleballers in a must-win situation here. If you were advising that team right now, what would you tell them?
I think sometimes what can happen is when you get down, especially with a player like De La Rosa, he wants to do too much. He has a lot of power, so he's thinking, okay, I'm going to go for this one. You don't need to do that right now. There's a solid team on the other side. Let's work it a little bit. He has a great partner in Emmerich. Let's see if we can't work it a little bit more, start pushing it, then create some pop-ups. But right now he's trying to kind of make something out of nothing, and it's not working, and he's getting beat by that. So settle back down, really start, as you can see right now, he's kind of doing his own thing. I would like them to communicate a little bit more as a team together, come together, and see if they can't work out a pattern that they're both comfortable with, because right now it's, as Anna Bright likes to call it, grip it and rip it there from De La Rosa.
Time it. 11-8.
Yana Newell gets big on her side. A nice setup from Todd Folk.
You know, it's interesting. She is floating a couple of those cross courts up, but I was wondering if maybe it's on purpose. You know, sometimes that can be a setup ball there for Fote. And they look very comfortable, as they know that even if it is a little bit higher, that they're coming in to finish that high ball if it gets sent back.
9-12.
Oh, just wide on the ATP for Emmerich. Just going to comment on her contact point.
I mean, between her and Yana Newell, I don't know who's swinging harder right now. I mean, there's just so much power coming off of all four of these players' paddles here. And sometimes you don't see that in the mixed doubles as much. Almost the women are more the setup. And right now, they're proven to want to be finishing the points as well as the men out there.
De La Rosa goes high on Newell. She had it, framed it. Tammy Emmerich, by the way, former top 200 tennis player. You can tell her background shining through, originally from Belgium, back serving now. Oh, what a grab from Fote, the defense from the Hard Eights. Best point of the match so far. A crushing point to lose for the Hard Eights.
Wow.
Well done. De La Rosa and Emmerich had to do everything to win that point.
Digging out every single ball. I mean, and credit to the ATX Pickleballers, pushing them back wide, bringing them back in, pushing them back out, hitting the angles. Wow. Great job by all four players there, and credit to ATX for capitalizing on that.
Oh, a gimme ball for Tammy Emmerich goes into the net. Emmerich picked up pickleball in October of 2022 while looking for a way to get in shape after becoming a mom. You love the stories of how these players get involved in the sport. Now she's a pro. Inside out roll and a beauty on the back door of De La Rosa. Yana Newell buries it.
Creating a lot of problems there with that harsh slice that they're up at the kitchen line and redirecting it perfectly.
You serve it. 16-11.
Oh, Yana Newell slaps back down the middle.
I don't know who's hitting harder, Yana Newell or De La Rosa, and that's a pretty crazy category to be in right there. but she really uses her whole body. And I would say she's picking her spots perfect. She's not just swinging out of control. Let me just make sure I specify on that. She's not just swinging to swing here. She's really picking out her spots, whether it's cross court, whether it's a redirect down the line. But what she's doing is she's putting the momentum behind her shots there versus falling backwards. So I think she's just doing an incredible job there with pinpointing exactly where she wants that pace to go.
Ben Newell speaking emphatically to Daniel De La Rosa on their sideline. Meanwhile, Todd Fote and Yana Newell, all business. No discussion on the side of the hard eights. Nothing to fix at this point. A 17-11 lead on that side. And Yana Newell, such a slight frame. How does she generate so much power?
Timing. It is all timing. And there could be a lot to it right now. Yes, there's paddle technology is incredible, all of that. But when it comes down to putting that, thank you. Michelle just put a little blanket on me. But when it comes to making sure that it's hitting the point of contact exactly where it needs to be with the right amount of pace, she's doing it perfectly.
Todd Fote big in the middle again. He has found his game, and he seems like he has improved a lot since Atlanta.
And you know what I'm going to say is not only on court, but just in his demeanor. Even when I would go down to interview him, there was something about him that his confidence has grown tremendously. He believes in himself now.
Like he belongs, right?
Yeah, and he believes himself as a partner. He believes on himself just as if he's in a dream breaker, he can count on himself. And I think that's huge. That's when a player really turns a different notch up to being a key player on the hard eights. And I don't think he had it before, but he has grown into his own now on and off the court, and it has really shown.
The hard eights looking to run away with this one. Game point.
I don't think Todd Fote a while back would have been as confident saying, oh, we're not only going to win this one, we're going to win the next one. But it really shows.
All three events.
Yeah.
Looking for the clean sweep.
And I love that. You have to have that. That's a good spot there by Emmerich. There's a lot of pressure on her for her to get these dinks backs nice and low and for her to place it right there in the middle on the outside foot there of Yana Newell. Incredible placement.
Todd Fote misses the backhand dink opportunity. What makes that ball so challenging for pickleballers across the world, across levels?
When it hits right there at the kitchen line.
Yeah, to the backhand low on the dink. You can answer for this.
It's different for a lot of people. There's a different spin that's coming off of it. Where do you redirect? Do you take it out of the air? Do you go up the line? And it's usually not your best shot, and your feet aren't set. So a lot of times it's just such a smart play to go to because of how it's hard to defend.
And the hard eights close it out 21-13. Yana Newell and Todd Fote setting the tone for the next mixed doubles matchup to come. Eva Redzikowska and her partner, CJ Klinger, take the stage next. But Yana Newell and Todd Fote, they're looking as good as ever. A perfect 3-0 on the day. What'd you like?
I like their patterns. They stayed to it. They didn't get off keel with their, if they hit a good shot or, they countered really well. Nope. They set their pattern up. Nice cross-court dinks there by Newell, which set Fote up, and they did not get away from the pattern. That was their success.
Coming up next, our final mixed doubles game of the evening. CJ Klinger and Eva Radzikowska looking to close it out, and the ATX Pickleballers looking to stay alive in group play and advance to the knockout rounds. A huge game on the line for them. We'll be back with it after this.
My name is Itamar. This is the story of how I got my life back. In college, I injured my back swimming, and pain became so bad that I couldn't function. Treatment was solely focused on my lower back. I was worried that I was never going to get better. When I found HSS, it felt like I had found the cure to my pain. My doctor asked about my hips as opposed to every other doctor that only asked about my back. HSS changed and saved my life.
The all-new Prius. Toyota. Let's go places.
And I said, Saturday? No one's here, right? Are you getting this? So if he wants the invoice...
Water doesn't have to be boring. Turn it up with Cirkul. With over 40 delicious flavors and a dial that controls your intensity, Cirkul starts a party for your taste buds. No sugar, no calories, and no artificial flavors. Just good times. Cirkul. It's your water, your way. Try Cirkul at drinkcirkul.com.
Back on championship court, the SoCal Hard Eights, the defending champs from Atlanta just a month ago, on top in this one, 2-1. The final mixed doubles game is up next. It is Eva Radzikowska taking on CJ Klinger. I believe the ATX Pickleballers had the option to react. This is the matchup they wanted. They lost the first mixed doubles game, and so it all comes down to Ben Newell and Millie Rain looking to keep their team alive.
Which is a scary one, because if you're going to have like an A team and a B team, I would put Eva and CJ as the A team, so them coming in the second to try and close this, it's a tough task there for Newell and Rain.
1-0.
Millie Rain, she was so effective in women's doubles, now stepping up big in mixed doubles. Talk about improvement. She's a player on the rise, especially at her age. So young, so athletic.
And she has the best training partners. I mean, she grew up playing with the Johnsons, Georgia and JW, so her hands are incredible. Throw in Gabe Tardio, throw in Dylan. I mean, she's just been playing with the best in the world. And so for her to come out here and step up big, like I know she knows how to play, and so does she, but for her to execute, it's huge for her and her confidence moving forward.
CJ Klinger goes big down the line and so effective with that slide over to the forehand.
And this is a straight up role reversal here. When you have two forehands in the middle on both sides, usually you see the women on the right side, then both playing on the left here. So sometimes it's a little bit easier to have it fully straight up, but look at that Burt there from Mr. CJ Klinger.
So fun to watch, so explosive, snipes it down the line. CJ Klinger, he's a showstopper, that 17-year-old.
Can't rock the shades right now, but he wants to.
Go, CJ. 6-1. Yes.
CJ Klinger. He has been an X factor all day. A third-round pick, Cameron. Can you believe that? He won't be next year, I assure you that, if drafting is even a thing at that point. But what a steal when it comes to the draft.
Oh, I think so. And he's just proven himself time and time again on the singles and men's doubles and mixed doubles. And just as an overall teammate, I think he's really just grown a lot this year. And really happy to see him in the place where he's at and the team he's on and what he's been able to accomplish this year. Like I said, he's young and he's only getting better.
8-2.
CJ Klinger just stopped in the middle of a point, thought he heard the ref say something in the middle of that one. A bit of a mix-up. Ref was like, I didn't say anything. So
I think he's saying that the ball hit Rain's foot, is what I...
He's challenging that. On the pickleballer side, that they got hit before the ball came back over.
And he did the right thing. If you truly believe that that is what's happened, you have to stop play. You can't just wait and continue to play the point out and then argue and be upset about it. So for him to stop, even if he's wrong, that was the right thing to do if you truly believe it did hit the other side. And get your verdict. And, oh, there's some moves there by Mr. Adam Stone. His hips don't lie. What?
Adam Stone, a legend of the game. Is he jiggling to stay warm, or because he's got dance moves hidden in those sweatpant pockets?
Oh my goodness.
Shout out to his wife, Corinne Carr, another professional pickleball player. Gave birth to their baby boy, AJ. Such a cute baby. Rocking the all white, Adam Stone. So fashionable. What can he do? Here's a look at what's happening. Well, so the call in question is whether or not it hit Millie Rain's foot, that right foot, like Cameron said a moment ago. So,
yeah, well, I kind of see what, I mean, I don't see
it, like,
but I
directly
correct
on the angle of.
But if you're going to say, I mean, the ball was there, so it's not far-fetched for him to, okay, Stone, okay, get it.
He listened. Here's the verdict.
After video review, the rally will stand as play. There's no evidence that the ball hit the player's foot.
No evidence that the ball hit Millie Rain's foot. So play continues. The pickleballers take the point. And the serve, 3-8 is the score. Into the net for Radzikowska, another point for Austin.
That's almost what I love about Ben Newell watching him, is he hits so many incredible shots with both of his feet in the air. I don't know how he does it, but he's just almost like floating half the time just with how much bounce he has with his feet, and his footwork is incredible that he can stay balanced in the air.
9-4.
Nice reset from Radzikowska. Goes into the net, though, there. And the Pickleballers on a run.
And Rain is really reading that. That's a couple there where Radzikowska wants to speed up down the middle, and she's just stepping and sliding with her forehand, which I like. You know, sometimes you have the men that steps in and hits that, but the fact that she's stepping in.
CJ Klinger just barely grabbed the line. Such a clutch performer at 17 years old. Deep for Millie Rain. She wanted that middle ball. Here's another look at that close call from a moment ago, and that was just barely on the outside of the line. What a play from CJ Klinger. Hard eights get to 11 first. We'll change ends, and the Pickleballers looking to stay alive in the match. Down 6, Millie Rain and Ben Newell, all the pressure on their side. What needs to change, if anything?
I would like to see them go ahead and hit some more aggressive dinks to Eva. I think right now, CJ Klinger, he's just clutch. He has very fast hands. He can read the speed ups really well. Let's go ahead and dink to Radzikowska on the backhand side a little bit. She's not going to hurt you. You know, so even if you dink a couple times, she's not going to sit there. And Rain's been able to capitalize. If she is hitting those backhands dinks, sometimes she's hitting those speed ups and Rain's able to capitalize on it. So let's see if maybe they can't get a couple more of those and get some points on the board. But you gotta make your dink at the kitchen.
Easier said than done, those dinks.
I know. That's just great movement there by Klinger. As you saw him move his way all the way up, but his feet were so calm, I would say, in chaos. And so that's just really great work by him to take control of that point from the get-go and finish it.
Ben Newell steps in on the attack and a little run for the Pickleballers.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. Radzikowska's not going to hurt you. Even with a higher ball up to her backhand side, she's not hitting incredible winners on that side of her body. So work your way in on the backhand side. And I say that, and then she does that.
Yeah. So, severe angle for Radzikowska.
But I would say that's your safest bet to work your way up. And I would like to see Ben Newell get a little bit more active, take a little bit more control of this side. As we see on the other side, Klinger taking control of that side. I need Ben Newell to step up.
Just wide for Radzikowska there. Pickleballers hanging right in. 7 points down.
8-15.
Another miss for Radzikowska. And to your point, every ball right now going her direction.
9-15.
Patient point for Millie Rain. Austin just chipping away at the scoreboard.
Dan, I think it's great. Let's slow it back down. Let's eliminate the person who's hurting us the most, CJ Klinger. So let's go ahead and go to Radzikowska. Let's slow it down just a little bit. Let's make her hit a few. Because even if she does hit a speed up, ATX has been right on it. So it's a smart play to go to her.
16-10.
Radzikowska finds the middle after working the dink wide. Smart play.
Yeah, finds the middle, finds a little bit of the tape. All of that's going to work into your favor. But yeah, staying patient. She now knows she's going to see every ball. She knows it's coming to her. She just has to stay steady, ride this out. They're up 17-11. She doesn't need to do more than she has to. And the great thing about Eva, she already knows that. She knows she doesn't need to overplay. She can play within herself. She is such a smart, composed player that this doesn't rattle her at all. She's going to stay in. She's going to try and, when she sees her opportunity, go ahead and execute. But she knows she's going to see the majority of the balls throughout the rest of this match.
It's usually the theme in mixed doubles. So as the female in the partnership, how do you manage that when you know you're going to see a lot of the balls and then also a lot of the attacks?
I think that comes your preparation before you step on the court. Yeah. What does your training look like? What are you doing before you come out here? You know, find a good aggressive men dinker and get on the other side and have them just push you around all day long, 2 hours at a time. I mean, just really pressure you so when you get out here, it's no big deal. If you're already trying to work on it when you're out here, you haven't done your job.
Eva Radzikowska, former tennis player, turns 45 this month. Incredible performer. Down the line, beauty for Eva Radzikowska.
45, yeah, right.
Yeah, somebody's lying.
She plays absolutely incredible. And I mean, even her singles game. When you get into Dream Breakers, you can count on her to do her part.
CJ Klinger's only been around for 17 years. Youth and experience on that side. Perfect balance, though. They seem to love playing together.
They do. They talk about it a lot.
Wow, what a get from Klinger. Ben Newell, though, finishes it off on the high deflection.
And that's what I've needed from Newell this entire match. Step up. Don't just get the balls in play, but when they're up there, you have to finish them. And, I mean, hopefully he can do that now. Hopefully it's not a little too late, but I want to see him stay aggressive like he is right now.
The Pickleballers just keep hanging around. This game keeps getting closer. 3 points away now. They were down as big as 8 points in this fourth game. Going to force a dream breaker. Heart 8's no stranger to that. From Atlanta in the finals. Oh no. Tough one to give up. We've all been there.
He has so much hops, he jumped way before. I was like, he could stay in the air.
1950.
Oh, what a play. CJ Klinger all the way through.
I mean, the confidence he has to just step in front and say, I'm going to finish this. I mean, working his way across, staying composed the whole time. Great job there by CJ.
Match point for the Heart Eights, looking to go a perfect 3-0.
And they do.
CJ Klinger and Eva Radzikowska close it out 21-15. What a performance.
Absolutely, and they did their jobs. Everyone played within themselves. No one went outside of what they can't do or tried to force anything. So it's just a great play all the way around. And like Eva Radzikowska and Todd Fote said earlier today in an interview, they said, we drafted this team to not only win one MLP event, but to win all 3 events, and that's exactly what they're looking to do. They end today here 3-0, looking great heading into the rest of the weekend here. So we're going to get a couple words here from Michelle McMahon when we come right back after this.
Major League Pickleball by Margaritaville is brought to you by Michelob ULTRA. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Cirkul, your water, your way. Knockaround Sunglasses, quality shades that won't break the bank. And by Margaritaville, escape to your personal paradise. Stay, play, live, and dine in Margaritaville.
It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob ULTRA.
Dulce Vida, you are what you drink.
Welcome back here to Center Court Major League Pickleball. We just had the Hard Eights take out the ATX Pickleballers 3-1. We're going to jump right now to the one and only Michelle McMahon.
Quite the intro. Thank you, Cameron. Hard Eights, a perfect 3-0 on the day. Moving on to the knockout rounds. Eva, we start with you. You guys had to respond after a tough women's doubles loss. You play with this man, the 17-year-old that is absolutely clutch in every moment. What impresses you the most about his game in mixed doubles?
You know, CJ is a man of a few words, but, you know, we just make an eye contact. I know what to do, he knows what to do, and, you know, the less we talk, the better it goes. So we're going to stick to it.
We're going to test the man of few words here in the interview then as we turn to you next, CJ. 17 years old, the MVP from Atlanta. You don't have much to say, but you're also so clutch. How are you built mentally so stable in these pressure-filled moments at just 17 years old?
Well, I've watched a lot of people and how they respond to pressure. So I've been working at my game throughout the last few years in the pros. And the Hard Eights are unstoppable.
A man of few words. Who says that? Yana, over to you next. This was an interesting matchup for you, a personal one, matching up against your husband. You guys didn't have to play, but what were the discussions leading up to this this matchup?
We actually never had to play against each other in the past, and seeing some other players play against their loved ones, it's tough. I did not want to play him. He was all about it, but last minute they ended up changing it, so maybe, I don't know, it got a little bit emotional there too, so I'm glad we didn't play. But all I gotta say is all our wins today we want to dedicate to our biggest fan, Jamie Miller.
I hope there's some sarcasm along with that as well. And he was afraid to play you, by the way, because they had the choice, and he chose not to match up against you in that lethal forehand. Ending with you, Todd, you had strong words earlier today saying that this team was not built just to win one title, but to sweep the season. How are you guys planning to back that up heading into knockout rounds?
Well, we're just going to keep winning. Yeah, I started off a little slow today, but that's about as good as I can play, so I'm excited for tomorrow.
Why are you guys built in such a special way? What makes this team so special?
The drafting ability of Tim and Adam Stone.
And the execution, too. Well, guys, congratulations, 3-0. We'll step aside, too. And our coverage continues tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time. The premier level is in action, starting with the DC Pickleball Club. Riley Newman back in action. You don't want to miss it. That's a wrap for us here on Championship Court. Congrats to the Hard Eights. We will see you first thing tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Bye, everyone.